Hey y'all, I'm James Wright and welcome back to Wizards News. It is a gorgeous day out here in the field and I'm having a lot of fun wishing I could play the game, but unfortunately we can't. But today we're going to be talking about spells, spell casting. What does it mean? How does it work? What do we do with it? And what can we do now to get ready for the game? Let's dive in and take a look. So if you are new to this channel, please subscribe, ring the bell, and you will be getting the latest and most up-to-date news, tips, and tricks for all of the wizarding world. And we are going to be having a lot of fun. Also, if you want to get news even faster, you can join me on Twitter. I'll leave a link to that down below, and I post the most recent updates on there. So spells, spell casting, that's kind of the core inside of the game. It is the action that you can work on to improve your skill, and it really is a skill-based task. Much like tracing glyphs in Ingress or throwing a curveball in Pokemon Go, there's some skill to it. And the first time you threw a Pokemon curveball, you would have a hard time doing it. But the more you practice, the more you get used to it, the more you could just flip a curveball out and not have a problem with it. Spells are kind of like that, but rather than just having one curveball, one action that you're throwing, you have a whole series of them. And right now there are a pile of spells that we've seen in the beta, and most of those we can expect to find in the main game. If you want to see a full list of them, I will leave a link to the info chart down below where you can see all of them and what their name is and what their shape is. So in Wizards Unite, you're going to be finding foundables, and foundables are held by confoundables. And so we're trying to defeat the confoundables to release the foundables, to get them back. To do that, you have to be able to use different spells to release the foundables from the confoundables. And so you're going to have these spells that you have to quickly trace out, and accuracy and speed both count in order to complete them. So the faster and more accurate you are with those spells, the faster and easier it is to go through the foundables, as well as the better score you're going to get, the better things you get out of it, and the more fun you're going to have in the game. And so there's a lot of practice that goes into learning to trace these different spells and being able to do them quickly and efficiently. On top of that, in the fortress battles, which are going to be one of the big draws to the game, you're going to be using spells against different foes that you come across in the fortress battles. And so you'll be using these different spells to either protect, like Protego, or to attack and to deal damage to your foe. All that being said, you're going to need to know these spells, and if you're starting right off the bat, you're going to have a few problems just getting used to them and practicing them and getting better at them. But there's something you can do right now to actually get better at them. You can start practicing the spells. Wizards Unite World has a web app where you can go there and actually practice the spells on your phone and play through them and get used to doing them over and over again. And the more you get used to them, the better you're going to do it. And so it's sort of like playing the game now before it actually comes out, unless you're currently in New Zealand. So then, on top of that, Go Shiny Hunter put out a challenge on his channel. I'll leave a link to it down below. If you haven't seen his channel, you've got to see it. It's a ton of great information. One of the best channels on YouTube for Wizards Unite. Definitely worth taking a look at. But he actually had a challenge on there where he went through a series of several of the spells, and 10 of them. And so you actually did each one 3 times, and you track your score from it. And then you can collate all of your scores and find out what your total time spent on it was, and everyone can kind of compare their speed one to another. I got a little over 5 seconds. I think Go Shiny Hunter was at like 4.5 seconds. The faster you can complete them, the better you are. And so this is a fun way that you can kind of play the game now before the game comes out. Really exciting, but definitely worth taking a look at. I'll leave a link to that down below. Spellcasting is going to be an integral and important part to the game, something you can work at and practice on now so that when it comes out, you can be one of the best gamers right off the bat. So I hope you like this information. I am really looking forward to this game, and I'm getting excited about it, looking forward to all the fun things coming out, and the future is bright. So I'd love to hear your ideas down below. What spells do you like? What don't you like? What do you want to get better at? And we'll see what's going on here. Also, on top of all that, stay tuned. They just messed up an email to Australia, and they said it's coming out live in Australia, but then it didn't come out live. And then they sent out a thing a little bit later saying, oops, Niantic. So hopefully it'll be coming out there soon as well, and possibly other countries. Though I still don't think it will come out in the US until Wednesday of next week. Maybe, probably not until a week from Wednesday next week is my guess. But we'll see, who knows. Stay tuned, and I will let you know the instant it comes available, and we are going to be having a lot of fun with this. If you did like the video, please hit like, comment, and subscribe. It really does help us out. And until next time, have a magical day.